Expecting some strong to severe storms. The Storm Prediction Center has placed us in the marginal risk category. I'll get to that in just a second. But in the meantime, we've gone ahead and issued that early warning weather alert. This is day 8 of our heat wave. Day 8, can you believe it? Another round of 90-plus degree heat with oppressive humidity. Heat indices over 100, and we are expecting some storms this afternoon. There is a heat advisory in effect for the entire state. Also an air quality alert in effect for the 4 southern counties, so it's going to get a little tough to breathe out there this morning. Beautiful skyline shots this morning, though. But boy, 62 is the number you should be seeing out there. It's 80 in New Haven right now. Whoa. 81 at Bradley at 7:01 in the morning. 7:01 in the morning, and it's 81 degrees with a wind to the south at 10. A little bit of a breeze there. Torrington, you guys are looking good with partly sunny skies. More of the same for Waterbury, 77 degrees with a wind to the south-southwest at 3. All right, we'll take you to look at these temperatures. Remember, 62, 63, typical overnight low. A lot of 77s out there. Looks like a jackpot, right? Salisbury, 77. Torrington, 77. Waterbury, 77. Bridgeport, 77. Chester, 77. A lot of 77s and low 80s out there. Dew points are downright tropical. They're in the low to mid 70s, if not some upper 70s along the shoreline, thus making it feel like it's 86 at Bradley, 86, 88 at Brainerd. It feels like it's 2 degrees away from 90, and it's 7:02 in the morning. That is ridiculous. We're up anywhere from 1 to 4 degrees better than where we were 24 hours ago. The winds are out of the south, anywhere from 6 to 10. Not a substantial breeze, but just a little bit of a breeze feels good. Now the humidity stays up, gets a little bit better Wednesday and Thursday, but still muggy. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday looking awesome. We just got to get to the weekend and everything turns around. Satellite and radar, not a lot going on right now, but we are watching this cold front bearing down on us. You can see it draped through New York State, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, all moving in our direction for later on this afternoon. So here's the early warning futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today, showing us an hour-by-hour depiction of showers and thunderstorms. This is 3, 4, and 5. And then by 7, 8 o'clock, it's all winding down. Marginal risk category for receiving some strong storms, level 1 here in Connecticut later on this afternoon through this evening. So once again, we could be dealing with a little bit of trouble later on this afternoon. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the temperatures are going to be climbing into the mid-90s. You'll see here the thunderstorms cool things back a little bit by 3 p.m., but I still think we're going to make it into the mid-90s before that for inland Connecticut. Low 90s along the shoreline. Thunderstorms by about 3 p.m. there as well. So here are your daytime highs climbing into the mid-90s, low 90s for the shoreline. 7 days ahead. Showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, some of which could be strong to severe. Tomorrow, a slighter chance for some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. Thursday, a chance for rain, particularly in the morning, giving way to mostly cloudy skies. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday look amazing with low temperatures, lower temperatures, and lower humidity. 7:04 is now the time. We're going to send it back to Nicole for the rest of today's news. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Scott. Thanks. Today is a big day for Connecticut because it's our state's primary election day, and that means some very important races are taking place. Polls have been open now for just over an hour, and we are going to check in now with Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Jones, who is live in Hartford outside one of those polling locations. So, Marcy, how is the day starting out?
Good morning. Well, it's a slow start, even though volunteers got right on time and got to work. You know, people are kind of taking their time getting their morning coffee. They're not ready to talk to me just yet. But let's focus on the 3 most competitive races that everybody has their eye on. That is for U.S. Senate, the Secretary of the State, and of course, State Treasurer. Stephanie Thomas is the endorsed Democrat for Secretary of the State, endorsed by former Secretary of the State Denise Merrill. Thomas has been a strong supporter of early voting and giving people more access.
Civic education, civic engagement, we really need to focus on that, as well as protecting our voting rights.
Her challenger, Maritza Bond, is also an advocate of voting access. There are 2 Republicans who are also running, the endorsed candidate Dominic Rapini and state legislator Terry Wood. One of the most contentious races has been for U.S. Senate. 3 Republicans are all chomping at the bit to unseat Senator Richard Blumenthal. As it often gets in politics, some debates have been heated. Former House Minority Leader Themis Claridis is the endorsed candidate.
I'm going to be Dick Blumenthal's worst nightmare because I want to bring Connecticut back to Connecticut. I want to put government in the hands of the people.
But there's also Trump-endorsed Leora Levy, a Greenwich businesswoman who feels she's on top. Like Levy, Peter Lumage is a conservative and has criticized Claridis for being pro-choice and previously voting for gun restrictions. Just a friendly reminder, only registered Republicans and Democrats are eligible to cast votes today. Polls will close at 8. And of course, stay with Channel 3 on air, online, and our Channel 3 app where we have the latest updates. In Hartford, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Marcy. We are also on top of breaking news in New Britain this morning, where we've learned police are investigating a crash on Broad Street that ended up damaging an office building. Take a look. This is what it looked like when our crews got there around 2 a.m. Now, we know the crash was reported around 1:15 a.m. and that this corner office building appears to be a law office. We're still waiting for updates from police on whether anyone was hurt or any arrests were made. So we'll be sure to pass along any new information on the Channel 3 app as soon as we learn more. And in case you missed it late last night, Senator Chris Murphy made an appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. The senator addressed school safety, particularly the historic gun control bill that passed in the Senate last month. Take a listen.
We built a movement around changing our gun laws, students, parents, grandparents, that ultimately, by the summer of this year, was just as powerful as the gun lobby, more powerful.
Now, Senator Murphy credited the families and activists who he says view the horrific Uvalde school shooting as a second Sandy Hook. Senator Murphy also talked about the passing of the Inflation Reduction Act. He claims part of the bill will allow the U.S. to become a leader in tackling climate change. In Hartford, police have identified a woman who was shot to death inside of her home over the weekend. They say 29-year-old Adelaida La Torres Toro was killed on Saturday night. Now, last night, a memorial was held right outside her apartment on Colonial Street. And at this point, there's still no word if any arrests have been made. And this latest murder is renewing calls to end violence in Hartford. Police say that they're working with groups like Project Longevity to address the crime in the city. The program staff says that they are working with more than 150 people who are out on parole and probation and might be repeat offenders. The group provides services like education, jobs, and mental health resources.
These guys migrate to the street, and that's kind of like their family, you know, and unfortunately, that's the times that we're in now. So it's kind of hard to break that. So that's where the difficulty comes in.
The group also offers help to victims of violence. The Eastern States Exposition is looking to hire some workers today to staff this year's Big E Fair, which will be here before you know it. It's holding a job fair from 10 to 1 right at the Exposition Farmers Market, and it's free and open to the public. So they're looking to hire ticket sellers, retail positions, security workers, and other positions for this 17-day fair. Remember, the Big E runs from September 16th to October 2nd this year. As lawmakers at every level are tackling skyrocketing prices, a new state program will give some financial relief to workers who risked their health and their safety during this pandemic. Everyone from healthcare workers to first responders can apply to receive up to $1,000. Part-time employees can get $500, and it's only available for private sector workers who fall into the CDC's 1A and 1B tiers. To be eligible, you had to work between March 10th, 2020 and May 7th of 2022. And you can start applying for the money tomorrow. We have a link posted on WFSB.com and on the Channel 3 app for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on your Tuesday morning. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day, everyone. Be healthy, stay positive, and stay cool.